In today's video, we are going to see how to create solid layer and shape layer in After Effects. There is a front layout in which we see an option of New Project, and here we also see the history of our previous projects if we have saved those projects somewhere and we want to work on them. If so, we can click on them and go directly to the saved project, but if you want to create a new project, you will select New Project here, and your new project will be set. Then you will see a front layout like this. After that, we have to set up a new composition. These are two essential first steps without which you can't do any work on After Effects. So here we have to set up a new composition. We have already seen how to set up a composition and why we set it. We are clicking direct on OK. In this video, we will learn to create solid layer and shape layer. So we use two main steps to create them. First, we make right click on the timeline, and here as soon as we go to New, you will see different options to create layers. First, we see the option to create the text layer, then we see the option to create the solid layer, and then the option to create the light layer, camera, null, and adjustment layer, etc. From here we create a layer, or going over the top control bar, then we go over Layer, New, Text, Solid, Light, Shape Layer, Adjustment Layer. The shortcut to create a solid layer is Scroll plus Y or Command plus Y, which we click on. If we do, we get to see a layout just like composition, only some options are less in it. Here we have the choice that how much we want to keep the width and height of the solid layer. So from here we can also select the width and height. Generally, we keep the width and height of the solid layer equal to the composition. And from here we select the color of the solid layer. I am taking blue here, the color of the solid layer, and doing OK. On the top of the solid layer we see an option Make Comp Size, which means the size of the solid layer we are taking is just like if we want it to be equal to our composition, then by making a smaller size here, we can select the size of our solid layer equal to the size of the composition and make it OK. Now there may be a confusion in your mind that if we take the color of the solid layer, which is just like the color of composition, then what is the benefit of taking the solid layer? So let me clear this concept for you. From here we're hiding it. At the left side of any layer we see an option with an eyeball. Yes, we highlight it. We can hide or show our layer by clicking on it. Now let's see. We have blue color for solid layer and composition with red. So what is the benefit of taking the solid layer? Here you will see an option of transparency grid, which means that the color of the composition is transparent. As soon as I click on this transparency grid, see that our background has become transparent. So this is a small difference between the color of the solid layer and composition layer's colors. Moreover, its scale and size can be small or large. We will see in the next classes. For now, we are learning to create solid layers and shape layers. Now we learn to create the shape layer. Don't worry, keep practicing, it's very easy. Especially if you're new, just right click on New. We have to go to New. We see all the options. Here all the options are visible. You can create the shape layer from here, and you can also go to the New from the top control bar. In front we see all the options, and if we want to create the shape layer, then we click on the shape layer. Now we have to create the shape layer. We have all the options, and I think from 30% to 50% animations are dependent on the shape layer. Before creating the shape layer, we go to the rectangle tool from the toolbar. Here we press the right click. Here we see a few options. First is the rectangle tool, which means that our shape layer will be just a rectangle. After that we see the option of a rounded rectangle shape layer. After that, the option of ellipse is also available. After selecting the ellipse, we can also make it as a circle. Polygon tool, star tool are also available. We can convert them which means we are taking rectangle, and then we can also convert rectangle into star, but we will see this technique in the next classes. Now we are just learning to create shape layer. Here I leave the rectangle selected. After that, we have to see two options here. One is fill and the other is stroke. Stroke means edges and fill means inner area. According to the choice, we can take the color of the fill. With the stroke also we see the option to choose the color. We can also select it according to our choice. In front of the stroke we see the option of the stroke strength. If we want to increase the stroke, we can increase it from here. What amazing work is going on! This is the power of After Effects. Yes, this is our shape layer is created. I hope you have enjoyed this class. Then press the like button and subscribe. See you in the next class.